Alright, so this is going to be an updated tutorial on Pristin V, or Pristin V, their song Get It. So, it's not much different than the tutorial I gave before, but there are some slight things that I think I need to be clear about, especially because there's a bass line. So, most of the stuff I showed in the other one is accurate. There's just some slight changes after listening to it. So you're going to start off, again, it's the same starting off progression. So you're going to, now I put my guitar in drop D tuning, okay? So you're going to have that in D, alright? Let me turn this down a little. Okay? It's going to be the same as the D string, just drop D. Alright? And that's because the bass line in the song does something similar to this. It's basically going from a G. Now because this is in drop D, normally your G is here, but this low E string, it's going to be up here. It's one full step down, so it's basically everything in standard tuning, but instead of E, A, D, G, B, E, okay, you're going to do D, A, D, G, B, E, okay? And for the bass line, I'm just going to show you real quick, which is behind most of the song. It's going to be G to that F sharp, E, D, so B, you hit it 3 times, A, so you're going to hit it open, so it's going to be like a, now I just kind of do that to kind of keep rhythm. But you can just do like a. Alright, so that's behind most of the song. Now when the song starts off, it's just like I said before, you're going to start off on a B minor, or that B note, so it's going to be like a. Now you could just slide up like this to a G, so B minor. Now normal B minor, it's going to be here, okay? You're going to bar the 2nd fret and make an A minor shape, alright? But you're just going to do it from the 2nd fret, so it's going to sound. To the G, okay? Or, now a normal G, you could play a normal G, but I guess in this case, just play the lower, I would say once you have it in drop D tuning, just play these 3. So kind of like a, like that. It's just basically a G chord to an E minor. Now you can play a normal E minor chord. In standard tuning you would normally have these 2 here, but because it's drop D, you either don't want to play the top or you want to play the top. If you play all 3, you could just hold down all 3 with these 3 fingers, like this. You could also hold it down with 1 finger. Just hold down those 3. And then you're going to go to this F sharp 7th. Now the thing is, they're also playing this note in there on certain times. So it seems like every other time, it almost sounds like an F sharp 7th to an F sharp minor 7th. But I don't think that's exactly right. I'm not entirely sure. All I know is they're hitting that note, which you're not going to hit if you're playing it this way. So anyways, I'll just show you what I played in my cover. So you're going to start off with the B to the G, E, F sharp. Now if you want to play the chords, up here all I'm doing is playing a B minor. Same thing as this. Normal G, B minor, F sharp 7th. So that's what you're going to do in the intro. Now when it goes to the verse, it's going to be something like a da 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 da. Okay, B minor G, E minor, F sharp 7th. Okay, do do do. B minor G, E minor, and that's when it goes. It almost sounds like it's doing an F sharp minor 7th, just because of this note. Real quick, it may be the F sharp 7th, but it sounds closer to F sharp minor 7th, like they're playing it up here. So that's what you would do the second time. The first time you still do the F sharp 7th. So it's going to be kind of like a, I'll show it down here, okay? Just like that. E minor again, I just played it a little higher. Now when you go to the pre-chorus, just like I showed in the last video, it is a G major 7th. That's what I would, at least that's what it sounds like to me, okay? Now because can't really play that G because it's here, so normally I would play it here. In this case I guess you could play it up there, but basically I just play this chord here. I mute the top. I just play from that down, okay? It's basically just these three strings, 1, 2, 3, and then you could use this one if you want. But you want to make sure whoever's doing the bass line has the G here, okay? Alright, so anyways, if you have a bass guitar doing that part, they can do that. I mean, I guess you could try to reach over. This is what I play. Now, it could be a different chord, but to me it sounds like this. So if you're in drop D, I guess you could play it like this. So throw one finger here, one here, and then this one up on the G string, okay? And you can leave that open D. Da, 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 da. F sharp 7. Da, 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 da. Just like you did during the verses. To a B minor 7. Now last time I said B minor, but I think it's a B minor 7th. Da, 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 da. To an A minor 7th, which I didn't have in the last tutorial that I deleted. To a D 7th. Or so it's gonna be kind of like this. Da, 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 to a B minor. Just like I showed you in the beginning of the video, that's when it goes to the chorus, you're just doing that. Now because it's drop D, you can almost just hold down the 3 strings and just go and do that for the F sharp as well. So 1, down a half step, and then hit this. You don't want to hit the whole thing, just hit the top and bounce off. So B minor. Now again, it is the B note here, and you are going to the A after that. You don't have to play a full B minor. I wouldn't play the whole A, I would just play the power chord, or just a A note. So it's going to be kind of like, I guess, let's go in from the verse. So, oops, hold on. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. da. Then you go to the pre-chorus. Again, if it's too hard to switch to that, you could just do those 3 strings and mute the rest. I'm just muting the top, okay? You're just playing those 4. B minor 7, A minor 7, D7. Remember, just mute the top. Unless you're in standard, then you can throw your finger here. And you're just hitting that B note. Then you go to the chorus. That's basically what the bass line's doing. Now, the second verse is the same as the chorus. It's just going, it just keeps on going. And then you go back into that G major 7 pre-chorus. And what it's doing during that part is there's the little synth or whatever doing a. You're gonna come up here, 7 and 9, okay? So 9th fret on the D string, 7th on the G. Now I kind of slide. So. So you can do like a, or, so that's basically what's going on behind it. Alright, and that's pretty much the thing. So again, first verse, B minor, G, E minor, F sharp, 7th, and then B minor, G, E minor, F sharp minor 7th maybe, but it sounds close with that note in there, a little closer. I would play it up here though, or here. I wouldn't play the one here, because you want to hit this note, unless you can kind of reach over it, but you won't get the same sound. Again, you go into the pre-chorus. You can also play up here. I would play it down here because you can do that A minor 7th, which is just here and here, to that D 7th, which is just the backwards D. Now, as far as strumming, I do like a. Now, the last thing is the bridge. The bridge is the same as the pre-chorus, just slowed down. So you're doing that G major 7th, okay? Again, you can do it like that earlier. F sharp 7. B minor 7. A minor 7th. D7, sorry. This is what it sounds like to me, okay? Then he goes in that little rap break, which is like a muted, so you just use the back of your palm. It just kind of repeats it. Now the only thing is, it sounds like in the background when I was listening to it, at one point during the final chorus, it sounds like it's doing that, get it? Like it changes up the third time. It almost sounds like it's doing that D7th underneath when it hits that A. So at one point, okay, and then after that it goes back to the. Alright, so anyways, hopefully that was a better tutorial than my last one. Sorry if it's not good or whatever, but this is what I hear when I listen by ear. So I figured out a lot of it. There may be some things that need improving. Also, when I did my last tutorial, I did it without the. I didn't work on the bass line because I had my guitar in standard tune and didn't even think about it. Then when I figured, well, it's probably better to play in drop D, because I don't usually play in drop D. But it is the bass line, that's what it's doing, and it's hitting a lower B than this. It sounds like it's going further down, because it's like a boom, 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 and then like a low B, boom, boom, boom. Then comes back up to the A. Instead of coming up to like a higher B, like on the guitar here. So anyways, hopefully that helps, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.